Hello class, my name is William Patrick DeShields and I'm going to show you how to create a form using Google Docs or Google Forms. It's all basically the same. So the first thing you're going to have to do if you don't have a Google account is to create one. So you can pause this video, you can go to google.com and create yourself a Google account. Now that you have your Google account, now let's get down to business of creating a Google form. The first thing you want to do, if you follow my cursor, is to go over here where it's the Google Apps. So you click on Apps, then you click on where it says Drive. There's other ways to do it, but for me, and for video purposes, I'm just going to go in this way because I think it's a little faster. You click on Drive. You go to Create Form. We have our editing page for creating the form. So now we have this editing page of the form. The first thing we want to do is we want to give our form a title. So let's give our form the title of a make-pretend movie called The Man with the Shoes. Now that we have our title, we want to give it a description. Let's call it a quiz. Now that we have that done, let's begin to put in our questions. What color were the actor's shoes? That's the question we're going to put in here. What? And at this point, there's a couple of different things we can do. We can decide what type of question we want this to be. If you notice when I click, we can have it a text, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes. For this quiz, let's do the check boxes. Okay, option 1, which is the answer. Let's put in the color red. Okay. And option 2, we put in black. And for the third one, we're going to put in where they can actually answer themselves. So we click on Other. Great. Now, the other thing that is very important, there's an advanced setting here, which will show you data validation, or things that they need to put in there, custom error text, shuffle the order of the questions. But right now we're not going to need that. But the one thing we are going to need is required question, where you check this, which means that they cannot go forward or complete the test as long as that little red, there's going to be a little red asterisk on the question unless they complete this particular question. So we're going to hit done. So there's our first question. Now we want to add another question. We want to hit add item. So we just add another question. Now the next question we can put in here is, who was the star of the show? Or of the movie, rather. Okay, so this question, this type of question that we click, let's make this multiple choice. Okay, so option 1 would be a man. The next one could be a woman. And the next one can be a dog. Okay, so once we're done with that, we click here so they can answer the question and say done. The next thing I think I would do, just to kind of show you the form and add one more question in, so I can also show you how some of the question templates are. Let's add one more item. And let's say, how did you feel about the movie? So, how did you feel about the movie? And what we want to do here is that we want to put in a paragraph that'll allow them more space on the test grid to be able to do their answer. If you notice, there's a bigger space right here for their answer. Now, just say you make a mistake. You can go back and edit. You can duplicate the same question and probably reword it so you can probably save some time. Or you can just delete the whole question and start over with a new question by clicking here. So you see these up here at the top, which can be very helpful. And again, we're going to put here a required question. We click done. Now that we have created our questions, let's do something fun. Let's put a theme to this quiz that we're giving them. I'm going to scroll through, if you notice, on the right, and I clicked here, change theme. On the right-hand side, there's a column where you can select the type of themes that you want to use for your quiz. Make it a little fun. So for all intents and purposes, let's use this one. If you notice, all of a sudden, all of the information is there, and it gives you a nice title. You have a good draft of what it looks like. So let's go back to edit our question, because I want to show you one more thing. This is very, very important. Now, there's one more thing I'd like to add to this. So we're going to add one more item, and the item is going to be the name. And this is very important because you want to know who the name of the recipient of the test is. So you put in the name, and so we'll just put this as a regular text box. It's right here. You do a text box so they can add in their name. And so when you get the form back, and make sure also you make this a required question. So we're done there. Another very important thing that's on this form is the confirmation page. Now the confirmation page kind of show you how the response to the quiz will be recorded. So show the link to submit another response, publish and show a public link for the results of the quiz. Yes, that's in case you want to do a survey. You want to know how many people like the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington Redskins. You can see like a poll how many people respond the most, and they can submit it around and see what the results are of everybody that has taken the test. But for this one, since the name is going to be on the form, we really don't want to click to show for public the results. So we're going to leave that unchecked. But I will check this one. Allow responders to edit the response after submitting. That way, just say they put in the wrong answer and they have to think about it, they can change their answer. So this gives them a chance to do that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hit send. Send form. Now that we have the sent form, what it does is it takes you to a platform or to an area where you can actually share this form with your respondees or to the person that's taking the test. So you click here and you press Command C if you have a Mac or Control C if you have a PC. I like the old-fashioned way. I like to go up to Edit and Copy. That way I can know for sure in my mind that I have it. And so so you would copy it, you could take it, you can email it to recipients. And down here, so you enter the names right here. And I put my name in there. what I also want to do is send a copy to myself. That way I'll have it. But you can load all the email recipients in this area here. And once you go to the email, you can copy and paste the link. When they receive the link, they can take the test and they can submit it back to you. So we're going to hit send. So when the recipient goes inside their email account, they will see the form that they need to fill out. So here's what the form looks like. And it's pretty neat. It's pretty nifty. It looks, very user-friendly. So let's fill out the quiz. And so we give an example. What color was the actor's shoes? They were red. Who was the star of the movie? Let's say a dog. And how do you feel about the movie? The movie was great. And they put the name in there. Okay, good. Now I submit it. And you see this nice little handy thank you kind of form, acknowledging that their quiz has been accepted or recorded. And so if they need to, they can go in here and edit their response, or they can submit another response. Now that you see that they have completed the form, and one thing to note, this is a absolutely good program, and one of the good things about this program, I'm going to go back into the editing portion of the form, and you will see that up here where it says view responses, it takes you to a Google spreadsheet where you can see all of the questions that people respond back to. And when it does that, you can either go ahead and sort by the timestamp. And it's just like a regular Excel spreadsheet. You have your ways of formatting it, or using the tools, or ways that you can publish it to the web, or you can email all the results to other team members. And again, over here, you can go and edit the form, edit this form on the spreadsheet, or send the form, or give a summary of the responses here. And also, there's tools, spell check, which we need, and you can sort. There's scripts you can put in there, which you may not. That's a little bit more advanced. You may not want to even see that. But again, you can sort this in a lot of different ways. So this is one of the reasons that I do like this program. Now let's go back to our form, and as you see, you can go back and you can redo this whole form. What I just clicked is where you can view the form, and with Google Forms, there's a lot you can do. You can create online applications. You can create tests or surveys for your classroom or your club or organization. This program is absolutely free through Google. Most people have this program anyway. If they have a cell phone, most of the time they have a Gmail account, which is a Google account. And I encourage you to take the time to explore Google Forms and see all its possibilities.